be very brief this morning. Most folks don't even know what I do, so I'll let you know. First off, I want to start off by saying thank you for allowing me to continue to serve you as your clerk of Superior Court. I'm running for my 4th term there, and most people think, well, they see him in jury duty. I see him, that's what he does. And jury duty is just a small portion. Our county can't survive without it, but it's only a small portion of what my office does. We have 5 divisions. The legislation, thank you all very much, said that I had to be over the Board of Equalizations and oversee the hearings from this last year, starting that. So that was approximately 1,900 extra hearings my office had to deal with the city staff and a cut staff. So we have a real estate division, we have a civil division, we have a criminal division, we have an accounting division, we have a BOE division, and we're doing that on less staff. So I just want to let you know what we do. We keep all the records. We keep every record besides we do not keep death certificates. We do not keep marriage license. And we do not keep birth certificates. Other than that, every record we hold. Plats, subdivisions, state, federal income tax liens are filed in our office. We have every record till the Civil War when they burned the courthouse here. We had folks come in and say, I need book such and such, and I'll say, well, we don't have that book, it's burned up. And the folks go, what? And I said, yeah, they're burned up. Sherman marched through, burned them up, so that's the way it is. We are missing a few books here, and we still have the books that are burnt around the edges. And this is why I'm telling you this. The story then, at that time, the clerk were throwing books, the old big humongous books that weighed about 50 pounds apiece, they were throwing those out the window as the courthouse was being burned. So upon telling you that, we have went back and scanned, we just finished this project back to the 1800s of every record we have on file. Out of the 159 counties here, I think we're like the 2nd or 3rd county to do that out of the 159. It takes a long time to do that. But we have everything scanned where it's available. And upon saying that, this is the last thing we're going to say about records. That is my job, to keep the records. When you scan back that far, folks then, the book would fold, and they would write on the inside of the fold of the book. I mean, I know Jeff knows that. He's looked at those books, and there's several people in here that uses those books and know that. That was a challenge just to get that scanned. They had to a company had to redo a machine just to scan that, because you cannot take the book apart. So it was a long process. This took us over 2 years to get this completed. But anyway, that is my job, to make sure the records are kept and the records are maintained. So that's what we're doing. We do, you're going to think this is funny, but we do about a 4 backup system. We do the terabyte backup systems in the afternoon. We do a lot of different things to preserve the record. We keep them off-site. We take one off-site every day, and we have one stored in Atlanta. We have one stored in Savannah. We do this every day. So that's just to ensure that if a disaster happens, that your records are kept safe. Now, that's what we have been trying to accomplish since I was taken office in 2001. Just to give you a brief idea where we were at then and where we're at now. This is with hiring a great staff. It's not me. I can't sit there and say me. You have to have the right folks working for you. Right now I have a 20-member staff. When I first went into that office, you walked down the hall, we took the back section of the courthouse. There were 2 sliding glass windows. Those windows most of the time were kept closed. You had to peck on it. If anybody knows this that works there, you had to peck on it and you can get service. It's the first thing I'd done the first month. We tore everything out and opened it up. And then upon that, we have expanded down the hall. When you come through security, we take up the whole right-hand side of the courthouse plus the back section. So we've expanded and we're running out of space. So I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to continue to serve you. I hope that I can continue to serve you on this next term. I appreciate your vote, and I'll answer any questions that you have. If anybody has any questions. Yes, sir.
Or a comment, anything else over the
Yes,
years
sir.
being in there, Gary? Leadership matters. Wow, the customer service that I see on all 3 desks that I've visited over the years,
Yes, sir.
is at the top of the pile. My applaud.
Well, I thank you for that, and my staff thanks you for that. These folks go over and beyond. That's the staff I like to hire. They do it. And upon me being elected then, I'm doing the same thing now. And the people that know me here, I gave out my personal cell phone number. I answer 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I have people on jury duty call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I say hello. It doesn't bother me. So I've been doing that the same thing. I'm available. And I do that. So I know folks in here that has my cell phone. They'll know they can call me 24 hours a day. Yes, ma'am.
I want to say also too, that I appreciate your explanation of what you do. Recently, having worked in the law office, and now I'm over there almost every day.
Yes, ma'am.
Going to the clerk's office, I never wait in line. Somebody is always pleasant. And just the documents that I take over there have to be multiplied times thousands. And it's important for the county people to know that those legal documents might be something they really need at some point, and you want to be able to access them, and you want to be able to, you know, find somebody who will help you. And I have found that to be the case. But I think that's a good explanation, because a lot of people that I'm talking to, they say, well, what does the clerk of court do?
Most of the time, they have no
They
idea.
don't know.
They see us in jury duty and they think that's all we do.
Yeah,
We only
I
do
appreciate
jury
the
duty.
explanation.
Thank you. We only do jury duty 14 times a year. Yes.
Mr. Bell, I haven't long been settled in Cartersville when I was first here, and running around trying to get all the documents I needed and just general everyday things to get me settled in. I came into your office several times, and I'd just like to thank you for the absolute service that was above and beyond the call of duty. That's the term of the Army, I know you know.
Yes, ma'am.
But they would go out of their way, sometimes giving me extra that I didn't even ask for. Your staff were absolutely, completely friendly, completely pleasant, and they knew exactly what to do for what I asked. And we thank you for that.
And I want to thank you for that comment. Thank you. And I hope we have pleased the majority of people in this county that we serve. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm like everybody else. I have 14 people waiting on me right now. So I have, like I said, this is three terms I have served you, but I run campaigns a little bit different. I probably run campaigns different than most of you run campaigns. I don't like to bother folks at home. I'll come up and pull the card and go and be on my way, where you can have just a small amount of information to folks that do not know us or know what we do. But I want to thank you for letting me speak this morning. I know I can continue on to speak, but there's no sense in it. I just appreciate your vote. If you can vote for me, I certainly do appreciate it. Thank you.